Post-Diwali is a lull period in the tech world, so we didn't get too many phone launches in November. But thankfully, December is looking explosive. There are only a few phone launches in December, but all of them are very impactful and they will give you a peek into what kind of smartphones you're going to be getting in 2024. So I've picked out 8 of the top best phones for this list, and the last 4 are particularly awesome. If you are here for the first time, this is one of our regular upcoming videos. I'm Eshad, you're watching Trakin Tech English, your destination for detailed, incisive gadget reviews. So let's start with the phone that's going to be launching under rupees 20,000, and it's called the POCO X6 Neo. Now this came out of nowhere. I didn't know that a POCO X6 Neo was going to be coming, but apparently it's going to be a rebranded version of the Redmi Note 13R Pro. So the specs will include a 6.67-inch flat AMOLED display, and it'll have 120Hz refresh rate as well. Inside you can expect a MediaTek Dimensity 6080. Now that's a chip that's going to be used a lot in phones under rupees 20,000. And as for the camera setup, you can expect a 64MP primary camera, 8MP ultra wide, 2MP macro, and a 16MP selfie camera as well. Of course, the standard 5000 mAh battery, 33-watt fast charging support will all be there. But the standout feature will be IP68 rating, is what rumors are claiming. So under 20,000, IP68 rating would be fantastic. Flagship specific features are reaching the budget range now. The next phone that's going to be launching is a phone under rupees 30,000. It'll launch in China first as the Redmi K70, and of course it will be rebranded in India. The standard thing is that it'll have a 6.67-inch AMOLED panel, 120Hz refresh rate as well. Possibly it might be a flat display. We're not so sure about it. We'll have to wait and watch. But the interesting aspect about the phone is that it might come with either the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 or the Dimensity 8300 inside. You might be wondering, Dimensity 8300 and Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, they don't even compare. It should come with Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 because it will be powerful than the Dimensity 8300. But that's where you'll be wrong, because the Dimensity 8300, at least according to the CPU architecture, which you can see on your screen right now, is looking absolutely fantastic. So much so that it could match up with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 in terms of performance. In 2024, the phones that launch with Dimensity 8300, they're going to be really exciting to see. I can't wait to test it out soon. Also, this phone is expected to have a 200MP triple camera setup, a 5500 mAh battery, so it could be a gamer's delight, and 90-watt fast charging support as well. Very interesting phone. Under rupees 30,000, this looks like a proper gamer's delight. And if it comes as a POCO F6, will be a great upgrade to the POCO F5, which was a fantastic phone to begin with. Alright, let's talk about phones above rupees 40,000. The OPPO RENO 11 series is also expected to launch, and I'm genuinely not very excited about it. These phones are expected to come with 6.7-inch curved AMOLED panels with 120Hz refresh rate as well, which is generally what OPPO does. But what I am disappointed about is the leaks are saying that the 11 will come with the Dimensity 8200 and the 11 Pro will come with Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Considering that I just spoke about the POCO F6, which might come with 8300 or 8 Gen 2 under 30,000 rupees, which will be crazy if it does. I'm sure that's not gonna happen, but if it does, it'll be crazy. But OPPO doing 8200 for under 40 and 8 Plus Gen 1 for under 45 would not be right, if you ask me. Anyway, the thing with the OPPO phones is that the camera is going to be fantastic, because the Reno 11 series will also get the Find X6, Find X7 algorithm chops. So you'll get a 50MP triple camera setup is what the leaks are saying, but I'm guessing that there'll be a telephoto as well. Of course, you can expect a 4800 5000 mAh battery, 67-watt fast charging or 80-watt fast charging support as well. Next up, under 40,000 are phones from Honor 100 and Honor 100 Pro. Now we're talking about the Honor phones because I'm pretty certain that Honor will bring the phones to India as well. So these phones are expected to have a 6.78-inch Full HD Plus curved AMOLED display with 144Hz refresh rate. Apparently, the Honor 100 will come with the Snapdragon 7 Gen 3. It was the latest chip that was launched by Qualcomm, and if you want to know about it, a shot should pop up right now. There is something very interesting over there. Go check it out. And the Honor 100 Pro is expected to come with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Of course, it will have a 50MP triple camera setup, 50MP front camera, and the camera quality is going to be fantastic as well. And apart from that, you can also expect 3840Hz of PWM Dimming too. Alright, I've spoken about the first 4 phones, but the next 4 phones are the more exciting ones, and all of them are above 50,000, of course. Starting off with the OnePlus 12. We have a launch date and it is happening on December 12th, and the OnePlus 12 is looking very, very exciting. Specifically the display. The display this time around is a BOE panel. It's a 6.82-inch 2K display with a peak brightness of 3000 nits. And moving away from Samsung could be good for OnePlus, because then obviously the green line problem won't exist. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Now, this phone is going to be stacked. It's got a Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip, up to 24GB of RAM, 1TB of storage, and of course, this will be LPDDR5X RAM, UFS 4.0 storage. And apart from that, the battery size is going to increase to 5400 mAh as well. along with 100-watt fast charging support too. And in China, at least, it'll come with IP64 rating is what is expected. Hopefully in India, when it comes, it'll get IP64 rating as well. But why I'm excited about the OnePlus 12 is for the camera setup. The camera setup apparently will have OPPO's Find series tuning along with Hasselblad tuning. So this time around, the camera performance, I'm really, keeping my fingers crossed. It should be really good. And the initial pictures that OnePlus has shared looks really good as well. The leaks and rumors are saying that it'll have a 50MP primary camera, 48MP ultrawide, and a 64MP 3x telephoto camera. Next up, iQOO 12. It's confirmed to launch in India on December 12th. And it'll be the first phone to come to India with Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. Now, the phone is already launched in China and the specs are out there for you to see, and it's looking equally as impressive as the OnePlus 12. But iQOO has moved away from its gaming DNA, and the design itself looks very good right now. So you've got a 6.7-inch 1.5K AMOLED panel with 144Hz refresh rate as well. You can expect Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 24GB of RAM, 1TB of storage. That's the maximum that's being offered in China as well. Hopefully that variant comes to India too, but we'll have to wait and watch. The camera setup is also actually looking good. 50MP primary camera, OV50H sensor it's going to be using, 50MP ultrawide, and a 64MP 3x telephoto camera as well. And of course, in typical iQOO fashion, 5000 mAh battery, 120-watt fast charging, and apparently this time around IP64 rating as well. Hopefully we get IP64 rating in India too when the phone launches. Honestly, I'm kind of excited for the iQOO 12. It's looking like a good phone. Next up is the Vivo X100 series, and trust me, the Vivo X100 series, at least from the leaks and rumors and the initial camera samples that I've seen, is looking very exciting. So there'll be three phones, the X100, the X100 Pro, and the X100 Pro Plus, and I seriously hope that Vivo brings the X100 Pro Plus to India as well. Because the X100 and the X100 Pro are expected to come with Dimensity 9300, and the X100 Pro Plus is expected to have Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And of course, with the X100 Pro, or at least the X100 Pro Plus, I'm expecting that 1-inch sensor to stay, because most of the other brands are moving away from the 1-inch sensor like we saw with the Xiaomi 14 Pro. With the Vivo X100 series, you're going to expect a 5400 mAh battery. Yeah, the battery sizes are improving this time around. And apparently 100-watt charging speeds. I think it'll be 120, but let's wait and watch. And IP68 rating as well, because Vivo's actually been doing that for most of its recent flagships. You know what, that's a phone again I'm excited to test out. It's expected to launch in January in India, but of course it's launching in December in China. Now the final phone is the Realme GT5 Pro, and from what my sources tell me, the GT series is going to come back to India. And that should be good news for those who are expecting Realme to bring their flagships to the country. Now this phone will have again similar specs, 6.78-inch, 1.5K, 120Hz refresh rate AMOLED displays. And again, Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, 24GB, up to 24GB RAM, up to 1TB storage as well. And the rest of the specs will be a 50MP triple camera setup, 5400 mAh battery, and 100-watt fast charging too. But you know what, the GT5 came with 240-watt charging support, so maybe the GT5 Pro will get a version with 240-watt charging support. Let's wait and watch. Alright, so this was our list of the best phones, or the best upcoming phones that are launching in December. Which one are you most excited for? Let me know in the comments below. I am definitely most excited for the OnePlus 12, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. I'm definitely going to import a unit, so stay subscribed for that video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, keep tracking and stay safe.